Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dynasty Fantasy Football. We are live at Twisted Acre Brewery off Telge Road, watching the owner Robert and his Slaughterhouse Fantasy Football League doing their rookie draft. They just went to Dynasty last year, so this is their first rookie draft. And we've already had a few picks.
Biggest thing is making sure that we can hear. If you can hear us live, please let us know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to. We need to share everything. I'm talking right now, but basically, we had Jacobs go first, and there's no big surprise there. Of course, Miles Sanders. We got some picks. Usually, your first couple rounds are going to go by. Actually, your first round is probably going to go pretty quick. We got a breakdown of the different teams, but these guys aren't playing around. These actually first few picks have made are pretty quick or been made pretty fast. We're here at Twisted Acre here in Tomball, Cypress area, Twisted Acre Brewery. This is the Slaughterhouse League. Clay, this is pretty cool, man. I'm glad they invited us out, and
yes.
It's fun, man.
I'm glad to be here. Glad to be here.
I know that bangs on the camera. We are not bang.
Yeah, that's why I put my soda down.
Yeah, I guess I need to, huh?
I'm not giving no free advertisement.
No freebies here.
Right.
Wait, Clay, any big surprise on Jacobs going first?
No, that's really who I would go with. Damian Harris at 4, though. That's a surprise to me.
I mean, why is that for you?
To me, that he went to New England.
Well, that he went. He's a surprise that he's number 4 for you, or that
right?
Because he went to New England.
Yeah, and that's why. I mean, I think he's good talent. I want him to go somewhere else, but they already, Sony Michel and all that. But
yeah, I mean, it's going to be a battle. I mean, but like we've always talked about, you can't really trust a New England running back, anyways. Even with Sony Michel, you've got one that will break off for a year, and then after that, you never really know which way it's going to go.
Right, but also with rookies, most of it's kind of a coin flip. You don't really know what you're going to get anyway.
Yeah.
But like I said, Jacobs, Miles Sanders, N'Keal Harry, Damian Harris, David Montgomery, and DK Metcalf went 6th. And his value is skyrocketed with the Doug Baldwin news.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be, I think Tyler Lockett's value is going to go up as far as trade value. Not that Doug Baldwin was much over there for the last couple of years, but, Tyler Lockett's value has already gone up quite a bit.
Right. Pick 7 was Justin Darrell Henderson.
I mean, that's not,
with the news surrounding Gurley's knee.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, and just so you guys know out there listening, this is a dynasty rookie draft.
Mm-hmm.
So they have established teams. It's not a startup. They've had established teams for the last couple of years, and now they're coming in and making their rookie draft. You can kind of see the boys behind us in the background looking at the screen. These guys are looking to wheel and deal and, making their picks. And
there's already been some trades, it looks like.
Yeah, there's some discussions. I've got one on the phone. He's calling in. He's calling into his war room.
Yeah. All right. And Ed just took Paris Campbell at 8, and I think that's a great pick.
I've got their teams laid out before me. I'm trying to take a look and see kind of where their needs are.
Yeah, let's see here. So Ed took Paris Campbell. Let me see Ed's team. Let's see.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're looking at. I'm gonna go ahead and look at Greg's. I mean, from what I'm seeing from Greg, he's got AJ Green, Adam Thielen, Phillip Lindsay, Mike Williams. I mean, Mike Williams is a nice little pick up there. I mean, I would possibly be. He's going to be looking for a running back here. I'm surprised he didn't try to trade up.
He's already got Zeke and Chubb.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't see those two.
And Phillip Lindsay.
Okay, never mind. So, yeah, I mean, wide receiver is probably where he's looking at right now. I mean, that's right.
Greg's got a good team.
Yeah, he's solid.
Deebo Samuel, that's a solid pick because I could see with A.J. Green's health always.
And there's the Tyler Lockett that I was talking about a minute ago. I mean, honestly, yeah, he said it, running back. Kirk Cousins is, his start, and Baker. So, I mean, honestly, he really he's even got Mark Ingram. I mean, what I'd really be looking for here is a wide receiver, I think, is the direction that Greg would possibly go.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, he took Deebo.
Deebo, there we go.
So was his parents fans of Friday? Or?
They must be. They must be.
Yeah, that was a solid pick.
I like Deebo. I mean, the guy's an animal. He's going to do good things, and especially with the way Greg's team was looking. In all, what you're really looking for is kind of solidifying, and that's a good up-and-comer that's going to – I think he should have some pretty immediate impact.
Right. Yeah, especially, Garoppolo. They got Dante Pettis. So, I mean, yeah, they're growing out there young. Good, solid pick. But I want to go talk about number 5, David Montgomery.
Let's do it.
And I think he has the potential to actually be the best back.
I think
Chicago,
he does.
Jordan Howard's gone. Cohen, he's a small guy, not a 3-down back.
Yep.
And David Montgomery, he can catch. He can run. I think he's a 3-down back, and I wouldn't be surprised if he was the best rookie running back.
Where do you think the higher expectations fall? With Josh Jacobs or David Montgomery?
I would say Jacobs being the first running back drafted in the NFL draft.
Yeah.
And what's going on in Oakland, they're probably going to hand him the reins. Yeah. Marshawn Lynch is out,
The only thing that's got me a little gun-shy on Miles Sanders is just being in Philadelphia. Being a Philadelphia running back. I mean, they've had some productions, but I mean, I'm not completely sold on their backfield. And that's why Josh Jacobs. If you guys listened to our show, what was it, Wednesday night? I was talking about Josh Jacobs. I'm not saying don't trade or don't draft the guy. I'm saying just buyer beware and manage your expectations because it's Oakland.
Yeah.
And I'm not trashing Oakland. Oakland seems like they're doing some good things. I've had a tough time trusting an Oakland running back the last couple of years.
Right. Yeah, but I think different regime with Mike Mayock being the GM, year 2, and John Gruden. I think they still believe in Derek Carr, which is, in my opinion, is smart. His one down year, but he, coming off a 30 touch, before that.
Right.
And did we talk 10 yet? Chuck taking Hardman?
Nope.
Mirko Hardman?
No, we didn't.
Here's my thing. They're saying he's that Tyreek replacement, and I think he might get overdrafted because of the expectations.
Is there a replacement for Tyreek?
Right.
Tyreek, that's a tough replacement to go after.
Yeah.
And if you guys are watching right now, man, live drafts. If you don't do a live draft, you've got to start doing them. Online drafts are cool for those little filler leagues that you kind of go for, but as far as doing a live draft, the atmosphere around here, you see the guys, they got clipboards, their notes, their paperwork, they're making notes. Got a trade working over here in the background. It's laughing, so I don't think anyone's taking it serious, but I love the atmosphere of a draft, and it's something that Dynasty Wise is starting to do here lately. We'll come out and, if you decide to do it at Hooters or a brewery or even at your house, we'll come out and do a live event, kind of revolve it around it and promote your league and give you a chance to kind of get it out there. And we go from a third party and just analyze your teams and have fun with it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, they're moving fast here. We'll try to keep up. But
this is a fast-moving draft.
It is,
Well, I guess we're still yeah, Debo's gone. Someone's mad they didn't realize Debo's gone. Robert, he's taking TJ. Oh, no. He hasn't committed. He hasn't committed. He's thinking about it.
And that's actually solid because, Eric Ebron, he has Eric Ebron and Jimmy Graham, that tight end, but Ebron, that was his first year.
You know who just got mad that he took TJ? All of the Gronk owners. Yeah. Anyone that owns Gronk just got pissed off that he took a tight end. But it's a great pick. I like him. I think honestly, I like where he's landing. I like the things that they're going to do with him.
Yeah, I think, like we said on Wednesday, I don't trust.
Robert, you want to jump in? I'd like to talk about that TJ pick, man. You're set up.
Hey, you got to have other plans for
That's for my ass. Yeah. Well, we were looking at your team, man. We saw you took TJ there. What did you like about TJ going into it?
Well, for me, it's instant production. He's going to start. On my team, I'm heavy on running backs. I'm set.
Right.
I need somebody who's going to be catching the ball. In my opinion, he's not my first pick, but they're picking second to last in the first round. It's one of those best available and instant production.
Yeah, I like it. And I think it's a good pick. And I don't know if you heard my comment, but all the Gronk owners just got pissed off because I'm sure that's who they're looking at, to replace him. And that's good though. I mean, and like you said, if you keep him, you got production. If not, you go to the trade.
I got trade value.
Yeah, you got trade
because
value.
I have Ebron too already.
That's what we were just talking about. Ebron's a solid tight end as well.
So I picked him up just so not only that, but I can trade him if I need to.
Yeah.
Because my team's lacking, and I need wide receiver production bad.
Yeah.
So, I finished second because the running backs were carrying us.
Yeah.
Right. I got a question for you. How did your league let you get Saquon Barkley, Melvin Gordon, and Christian McCaffrey? That's just what I want.
It's just one of those things, man. These guys pay attention to what they're doing, and they wanted to go a different way. And I was, in years past, I've been light in running backs, and I was like, hell with this. And if they're available, I'm stacking.
Yeah, I'll take 7 of them.
And they're all pass catching running backs. I mean, in a PPR league, it's just.
And y'all are full point PPR?
I believe so.
Hell yeah. Yeah, then I think you're doing great at the running back position for sure.
Top 5. I mean, they're all in the top 5.
Yeah, right.
And McCaffrey was workhorse last year. They said it was going to be, and they didn't lie. They just worked that guy to death.
Yep.
Right.
And that's there's, a lot of people are talking about Cam Newton and what he's doing over there. They're acting like his career's coming to an end. I was like, dude, I mean, the guy's still pretty young.
He was throwing with a bad shoulder all year,
I mean, look at Andrew Luck. Look what he did after he had his surgery and came back. The guy came back to be a monster.
Wow.
But
I almost went there.
Yeah. We're back up to the
second round.
Okay, we're back up to the second round.
Second round.
Okay.
Yeah, Isabella's a nice pick, but there's actually a receiver that I like, Paris Campbell, that was already taken,
for sure.
And Hakeem Butler was one of my favorite receivers. But there's one right now that's available that I'm really, really high on.
Whisper it. Wait, you know what? No,
well, I guess since Robert's the owner,
yeah.
we'll help him.
One of the perks, right?
Hey, man.
Hey, if he's listening, he's listening.
Yeah.
We're just talking on the air.
Right.
That's all we're doing.
No, I like Kelvin Harmon. I think he's going to be pretty productive. Ooh, A.J. Brown.
I'm surprised he kind of hung around a little bit. But you know what? That's Tennessee. You got Mariota as your quarterback. There's a big question mark with
That's
that.
why I didn't go anybody going to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yep.
I troll a Tennessee fan every time he posts in this one group. He always says, I'm like, well, isn't Tannehill going to be the starter by the end of the year?
Yeah.
He's like, well, not if Mariota's healthy. I was like, but he's still the better quarterback.
Yeah, Mariota's the one that he just scares the hell out of me every year.
Every year.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the move. Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
Because McCoy had a really down year last year.
Yeah, it was really down.
So, and he's only getting older. So I think that was a nice pick. And, a lot of, and I think if you go into your rookie draft expecting all your rookies to come produce right away, you're going to be in trouble.
You're going to be disappointed.
It's typically like, you look at someone like Josh Jacobs or, Miles Sanders, someone that is going in the first round, that you're usually your first top 5 picks. Those are the ones you expect to produce. Wide receivers is tough. Those are because there's almost always a developmental year in between that it takes for them to look at. I know I talk about him a lot, but look at Mike Williams. Mike Williams over the Chargers. It took him last year. Granted, he was in an injury, but now he's developed into where he actually could be a great pickup this year.
Oh, there goes the other Iowa tight end.
Oh, I knew it was coming, Fant.
Yep.
Yep. I see, and that's where I'm torn. And I'll say it on the air. I don't care if anybody's listening, but I lost Gronk this year. I actually traded Kelsey at the beginning of the year, and then I lost Gronk, which happens, man. You make a trade, and
that's part of it.
Yeah, that's part of the game. But now I got to replace him, and and I'm actually right there in the window where I think both those guys will be available. Of course, us IDP, I'm debating on whether someone's going to go in the top 10 as a defensive player. That'd be the first time, but
I pick at 3.
Yeah, I was going to say we had some linebackers put up some money last year, or put up some serious points last year. Yeah.
Yeah, IDP's fun, but
Jalen Hurd coming off the board.
Yeah, y'all came in prepared because y'all are flying.
Yeah. How often did y'all see a lot of trades on draft day, or
for the last 2 weeks building up to here?
Okay.
Trades were fired.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Trying to jockey position and try to get a little closer.
Yeah, what we notice is one of the toughest things. That's why we love draft days more than anything. Is we go in there for the draft, and there's so many trades that are made that day that.
Oh, we made some in there sitting.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. And that's the problem with idle time too, man. The more you sit around, the more.
Oh yeah.
What platform do y'all play on?
Yahoo.
Okay. Yeah. I think we'll be trying out. I know we did My Fantasy League last year, and then I think we'll be doing
Sleeper.
Well, maybe Sleeper.
The Sleeper looks pretty good.
It does.
I got on it and checked it out.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
that's our league that we're doing.
Yeah.
My Fantasy League was cool. We like the fact that it keeps up with your draft picks. Your trade. So if I traded draft picks to you, it keeps up with it. So I don't have to do it on a separate Excel sheet. Yeah. You know how much of a pain in the ass that is, especially Dynasty. You get, then you got to go scroll through all your text messages and Facebook and say, all right, what the hell did I trade? I'm sure I've gotten screwed a couple times on some trades.
Right. No, you owe me a third.
No kidding, right?
That's it. Remember you added that as a kicker, dude? I don't say the word kicker.
Yeah.
I know I didn't give you that shit. But if you guys are just chiming in, we're here at Twisted Acre Brewery. We're here with Robert. This is his big league that they do. It's the Slaughterhouse League. I got to get a shot of the trophy here in a little bit. I thought it was pretty neat. We're here live. Obviously, a lot of commotion. These guys making some trades, getting ticked off that their picks are getting made. But I love it. It's official. That's what I like about Dynasty too. Is it's draft season starts early. I love it.
Yes.
Man.
Yep. I just did a 5-round rookie draft.
Yeah.
It wasn't live, because none of us live by each other, but it was good times. But it's so slow because everybody's like, "Oh, I'll trade you for this pick or this or whatever."
Yeah.
And it was weird. I traded, I think, my 3rd-round pick because I was like, whatever. I was gonna take Damian Harris, and I was like, nah. I was like, all right, I'll trade it, whatever. And then the dude, he took Damian Harris with the pick I traded him. I was like, well, hey, good pick.
you know what the most depressing thing about draft day is it comes to an end.
Yeah, I was about to say when it's over.
I hate when it comes to an end, man. Hey, Robert, if we're distracting you, man, let us know.
Oh no, not at all.
I know you got.
I got 2 picks in this round, and I'm trying to figure out who's left and who's.
They're leaving some guys out there.
Yeah, I'm up next.
Yep. We'll let you handle your business, buddy.
Boss man's gonna go make his pick.
Crapshoot time.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That's a good point. Once you kind of get in the second round, we got Kyler Murray coming off the board, Jalen Hurd. I like Whiteside. Kyler Murray. If you're gonna look at me, obviously I'm looking at development like me. Kyler Murray may not be a bad pick for me. I've got Russell Wilson, but my backup is a Red Rocket, and I'm not. I know it as a backup. I mean, get me through a week or two.
Yeah.
But if I lose Russell Wilson for more than 2 games, I'm in trouble. That's the fearful part of it.
Well, you can come talk to me. I'll make some. I have Andrew Luck and Baker.
I can't. I've got 2 first-round picks this year, and I need them both.
Yeah. Every time someone's like, "Hey, let's make a trade," I automatically go for the 1st-round draft pick.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, I want this. Like, no, I'm like, all right, well, I guess you don't want this guy. But.
I know I screamed, but I had to make a sound effect.
Oh yeah, that scared the hell out of me. Honestly,
that scared the hell out of everybody.
Marquise
Well, it's probably
Brown.
louder for you though.
Yeah, I was like, what the? Marquise Brown though, he intrigues me.
Yeah.
His speed I think is deadly, but at the end of the day, how deadly? I mean, how is Lamar coming along in his passing game?
Yeah.
But I mean, if you get him on a short 5-yard slant, he's someone who can take it to the house on the short slant.
Well, I mean, what do you think about Deontay Johnson over there in Pittsburgh? Coming in, I mean, you're losing Antonio Brown. You got Juju stepping up into that wide receiver role. You're looking for the replacement. I don't know if he's it or not, but
I know a lot of people are like me. One of these people is still high on James Washington.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, I think when the way I look at it, if Pittsburgh drafts a wide receiver, you got to look at them because they're pretty solid about.
Yeah.
They
do all right.
Yeah.
They get some production.
So I'm like,
They definitely get some production out of wide receivers.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're taking a receiver. Well, let me write him down and let me go see what did I miss, if it's not a big name or whatever. And Robert's still deciding over here.
Yeah, he's got time.
Yeah, plenty of time.
Does he?
I don't know if they have a clock or.
I think somebody just said something about him being on the clock.
Time.
Oh, okay. That's all right. Man, they're tough. It's always tough, man. It's like you said, you get to the second round, and it starts boiling down to some of these you never really know. I mean, it's fantasy, but you try to do your best.
Yeah.
You research you can, but here they're drafting now. You haven't really had a preseason. You haven't had training camp. Which I think is neat too.
I think they had rookie mini camp.
Okay.
I think this happened last week, or they're coming out. Whatever.
Yeah.
We're
not sure on the dates, but I mean, but you really haven't had a true training camp.
Right.
And all that, but I actually like this. This is intriguing to me. Because normally we do a couple of drafts. A lot of our drafts happen after training camps and OTAs and all that.
Right. We know that's when we do our rookie draft, but at the same it just depends on the league. I think if you're doing a from scratch startup, you can go ahead and start it.
Yeah.
And like we've been discussing for 2 weeks, you could what is it? To draft it really almost if you wanted to, but even if not,
it's kind of gained some popularity with, where we've seen the trend that they come in and do their veterans draft, and then usually they let it settle. It seems like a month or so. Then they'll come in and do their rookie draft, which I think, or maybe after later in the summer.
Yeah, like right before the season starts. Okay, now let's do the rookies. Let's see where they land, where they pan out.
So he took
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Solid pick.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I love watching grown men pitch fits.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Damn it, you took my pick.
Damn it, Bernice.
Can I cheat?
Yeah, cheat.
Yeah, come on.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
No, if you're just looking, you can jump on if you want, man.
All right, let's
Fire away, man. If you got a couple minutes, jump in. And, yeah, settle up.
You got to talk about the trade first.
Oh, we had a trade.
I am going to talk about the trade.
Trade
We
alert.
had a trade.
All right, so
What was the trade?
So the trade was me and my brother.
Okay, first of all, y'all brothers trade.
Yes,
when they
yes.
try to cut each other's throat.
I try to bend him over.
There you go. That's it. Hey, man, we keep it in the family. That's my nephew, so well, we understand.
So I traded him a first and second round
Okay.
and my Julio Jones for O.J. Howard, Kareem Hunt, and Leonard Fournette.
Okay.
That's actually
It's pretty.
that's a
It's pretty even.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot on his,
It
on
is.
the draft.
but you have Kareem Hunt,
Well,
who's gonna be productive.
Well, my
After
only
10
running
games.
backs right now are Derrick Henry because I have
Okay.
J.J. Ajayi, which is hurt. and
yeah.
It's not going to be good.
And Derrick Henry turned it on there at the tail end
At
of
the
last
end,
year. Yeah.
I'm hoping he comes out.
I held on to
could be pretty good.
I held on to Derrick Henry for 2 years, dropped him, and then our champ picked him up and won the whole damn thing. I was like, dude, I was talking about a kick in the britches.
So my only starting running back is Derrick Henry.
Okay.
So I had to go
You
and
gotta
get some
do
running
something.
backs,
Yep.
and my only tight end is Jordan Reed.
Okay.
But I do have Mark Andrews and
Okay.
Jenkins.
All right, I like Mark Andrews quite a bit,
Well, I do too.
Yeah, he's gonna
I'm
be-
hoping,
yeah.
but
it's hoping.
and I don't like New England picking up Ben Watson right now. But
No, yeah, that threw me off. I mean, like we were talking about a minute ago, picking up Hawkinson, that pickup, it was for Gronk. I lost Gronk this year myself, so I'm looking at a Hawkinson or a Fant to try to come in and replace them. But
Yeah.
they're going to be productive, but it may not be immediate.
Well,
it may
see,
take a couple years.
and
to
that's why I
develop.
gave up all my first and second in this draft. Now next year's draft will be better for running backs, and
Yeah,
it is a good receiver draft.
Oh yeah, deep at receiver.
Yeah.
it is.
But I needed some running backs and tight end.
But wide receivers are tough. A lot of times with running backs, they can come in and be productive that first year. Wide receivers, usually you see more of their production toward, like you look at.
Well, it is
Yeah.
a couple years
Yeah.
before they do something.
And it's you like DJ Moore. Even DJ Moore started to turn it on at the tail end. He was okay, but he turned it on at the tail end of last year.
Right.
Same thing with Mike Williams. Both those guys turned it on.
Solid pick.
Yeah.
See, Ed kind of got me because he picked up Campbell and A.J. Brown.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
my quarterback is Luck, and I think Campbell's going to turn out to be a good
Yeah.
receiver.
I'm high on Campbell. I just took him in the second round in a rookie draft I did.
I think Campbell's going to turn out to be good.
Yeah, he's got the quarterback. That's why I like
He
his
does.
value.
That's why I was taking Campbell high.
Yeah.
with
Hey,
the
the-
quarterback value.
There's
Oh, yeah.
so much value in it. That's why you see it. We were talking about earlier. Staying away from Tennessee wide receivers.
Yeah.
That's not that A.J. Brown is a bad pick. It's just it's his quarterback.
It is.
I'm done with Tennessee wide receivers. Corey Davis. Woo! Me and him are gonna fight.
Ouch. Yeah.
Well, I think next year Tennessee's going quarterback. So
You hadn't even got a pick yet.
I haven't had a pick yet, but my third round's going to be strong.
There you go.
There you go. Hey, there's still some really good talent out there. There's actually someone I'm surprised is
Hey,
still available.
And
Me
I'm all
too.
about bettering my team, without the draft, with trading.
But now, with it being Dynasty, you don't want to just all chips in the basket for 1 year. You got to think
Exactly.
long
Yeah.
term and
That's
build
it
your
is
team
hard.
to
It is
sustain.
hard.
Yes, sir.
I mean, and that's where even last year, the guy that took Saquon, he wasn't trading anything.
He's like, no, I'm not going to give it up.
I mean, you would have given up almost all of your draft, and I can't do that. There's too many future picks, and that's the same draft where I picked up Mike Williams, I think it was before that.
Yeah, Saquon was last year.
Yeah, last year, but that's the year that I picked up. There was a couple of picks, but he wanted basically my entire draft, and I was like, dude, I'm not doing it.
Okay, so give me your opinion on the trade that me and my brother did.
I think it was a pretty fair trade.
It's about
It
Yeah,
is because
yeah, that was pretty even. Like, it benefited both teams. Let me see. Ed's, which one's your brother?
He is wet paint.
Is he? We only have the name.
Oh, Bruce Nance.
Oh, Bruce. Okay. So he got your Julio Jones.
He got Julio Jones.
Your first and second.
My first and second, and I took
OJ
Burnett, Kareem Hunt,
and
OJ
Howard,
O.J.
right?
Howard.
Yeah.
Who was the other running back? I'm sorry.
Kareem Hunt and Leonard Fournette
Okay.
and O.J. Howard.
See, you got, in my opinion, you got to suffer 10 games without Kareem Hunt.
And you're going to lose Leonard Fournette for a couple of games.
But I think
injury.
Yeah, injury or he's going to punch somebody.
But right, it's pretty even, but I'd honestly would probably lean your side. I know losing Julio in your first and second's a lot, but I think you got a solid tight end and 2 solid running back starters.
See, and Kareem and Julio could almost be a wash based off
Correct.
production. They
Correct.
could be. I mean, if Kareem Hunt goes over there and kills it, which he may possibly do, you've got another starting running back on the second. See, the second, that's never a guarantee. You start outside of the first round. Who did he take with his second pick? Do you know? It was this year, right?
Yes, it was this year's
So he took.
first and second.
I didn't see who he had taken, but
I think. I mean, he really only got Julio Jones, and he in the
I told
crapshoot
him
after
he needed
that.
a whole redraft.
Yeah.
He did. He needed to start over from scratch. And the best way to do it is through the draft.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, he's got to bank on his draft picks working out when you got your players.
Well, that's what I'm trying to go with someone proven compared to with my tight end, O.J. Howard. Between Jordan Howard and O.J. Howard, I can, have both. But my running backs with only having Derrick Henry, that's why I went that route. And I think Kareem Hunt will eventually get traded after his rookie contract's up.
Yeah. That's like I have Kareem Hunt in our league that we do together, and people want to trade. I just don't. My value's too high. They offer me too low for him, and I think really you kind of got him for a steal. Really.
That's how I looked at it. I thought I came away with a better.
Yeah,
Now I do want to try to trade. I think next year's draft will be a lot better with running backs.
Right. Yeah. There's a few bigger names, a little bit more talent. Yeah, but I think if I was gonna pick a side, I would definitely give you the edge in the trade. But it's not like you took him out to the woodshed.
Right. It was pretty even.
Yeah. But I would say you came ahead, especially if
There's a lot of uncertainty with those picks, and and we'll be honest, there's some uncertainty with, with Fournette and all that. But I think the uncertainty is relatively even across the board. But like I said, if Kareem Hunt goes over there and does what he does, and is productive, I think there's a lot of potential for him and Julio to kind of be a wash to where it could be just a dead even trade.
Now my first pick in the third round is going to be the backup to Leonard Fournette.
Oh, okay.
So that's where I was strategizing.
All right. Yeah, there's still someone out there that's.
You think someone's better?
No. No, I said there's still some talent out there, so you're good.
Kind of going through, and I've been now announcing the trade. I said we got Riley Ridley taken.
Yeah, I got to catch up on my scratch off.
Yeah, we'll get you. Well, that's a downside to jumping on, man. We'll get you talking.
Yeah.
And
you'll forget where you're at.
Man, we're always curious how things are going to work too, and how different team owners analyze their team and how the process works for them.
But yeah, with Fournette being injury prone, that's why I
Hold on
want
one
to
second. Let me get you getting the mic, bud.
Armstead is my third round.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, because he's gonna need it. Because Alfred Blue's not really.
No, I think he's going to be. I think Armstead will overtake Blue.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Blue's not super talented or elite, but.
No, but he'll get you through in a tight spot, but that's it. He's
a
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he can.
We're back up.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, that's exactly what you want. When.
But just being the age, Armstead coming in.
Okay, that's Bruce that has Deontay Foreman, huh?
That's what brother.
Yeah, that's Bruce. Okay, you're Brandon.
Yeah.
You're Brandon, right?
I'm Brandon.
Okay, cool. That's the big question too. Is what Foreman's going to do, because there's a lot riding on him and the potential of what could take place with him. Got some picks coming in.
Yeah.
Trying to
I think he was. Someone almost double. I was like, wait, I think he was taken.
No. Well, you put it in there and just let it ride.
I think.
And if no one says anything, it's your pick.
Yeah. Hey, it happens in our draft all the time.
All the time. That's my favorite. And even during the draft, I'll yell, man, he was taken 3 rounds ago. And ticks everybody off. Or ticks whoever's taking the pick. Just, no, he wasn't. Then they spend the next 5 minutes looking to see if they were taken.
So, but you think with that trade you made, it put you in competition for the title this year? Because I'm looking at your team.
At least in the top.
Yeah, I'm looking at your team, and you got some solid stuff going on there.
Yeah,
it is a pretty good team now.
Yeah.
You know, I was weak at running back and tight end.
And you. But Jenkins getting signed. He went to New England. Yeah, that's to me is.
I think that's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
especially with trade potential or something. If I want to do that,
let him get hot for a couple weeks and then
that's
trade his ass on down the road. Because he probably won't sustain it. His career hasn't been all that. But New England runs that 2 tight end system, so.
Well, as long as Tom Brady's there, he is.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It helps to have a good quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
and if you're just now chiming in, we're here at Twisted Acre Brewery. We're here with the Slaughterhouse Fantasy League. They're doing their live draft. It was a great time. We'll help break down some analysts. So, Brandon, what I'm looking at right now is it looks like you'll start a quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end, and then 4 or 5 flex spots?
5 flex.
Okay, that's cool. All right.
And see, in my draft, we started this league last year.
Right.
Now,
Brandon, let me get you talking to the mic, bud. That way.
Oh,
There
sorry
we go.
about that.
You can move it if you want to, if it's more comfortable.
Yeah, you can
but-
move it wherever you want to
So
move
we
it.
started this Dynasty last year, and we had 3 different leagues, just a regular.
Like a
you know,
redraft league.
Yeah,
Okay,
redraft,
okay.
and then a standard league.
Okay.
You know, every year. So there's 3 different leagues, and so it's pretty fun. And this is my first time to do the Dynasty.
Oh, okay.
Once you go Dynasty, you just
Dude,
you
it's
stay Dynasty. Like it's
Well,
more fun.
It is. It's really, it's all year long.
Yep.
You know, so
Year round,
and
you build your
I
team.
was strong on wide receivers, just because wide receivers, can play longer than running backs and everything. So that's where I went strong on wide receivers last year, and so my running backs were pretty weak. And with AJ or Jay Ajayi going down, kind of put me in a.
I told you I was going to get my running back in the draft.
Well,
Did he just take Dwayne Haskins?
he took Dwayne Haskins, and I've been trying to trade this guy.
Oh, I got you.
He loves Garoppolo.
Okay.
And I had Garoppolo, and I was trying to get Juju Smith and Darius Juice off his team forever.
Oh, nice.
How
Did not work out.
No. It's. Well, that's where we cast the big net. When I
And
make.
so I am up.
you're up. And he
But
took
I'm not going to let him know right now because I'm still trying to mark away here.
right. Make him wait. Make him sweat it out.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
it.
Like, what's this guy doing over there?
See, me and you, we could be talking about.
Yeah.
You know how good that crawfish might be over there, but they're going to think that we're giving you advice or that we're analyzing stuff.
I haven't had the crawfish, but the boudin wraps
Isn't-
me really good.
Okay. I might have to try
the
that
beer
out.
is great.
Yeah, the beer's real good. I know for sure Robert does a great job back there.
So, see, I got 2 other guys that can help me out right here.
Mhm.
And everybody else is,
As a lifeline.
I didn't see Irv Smith Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was picked.
Oh,
He was.
Yes, I think he's top of the 3rd round,
yeah.
but I saw his name up there.
Okay.
I do occasionally like looking back and saying, "Oh my God, that draft pick is going to kill the league," and just they don't know what the hell's talking about. Hey, I'm gonna go get a beer. Clay, you want a beer?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
We're gonna take a break, and I'm gonna go make my pick. We'll be
All right, good luck. Let's see who Brandon picks right here.
What do you think? Going with the backup, Leonard Fournette.
I think that's not bad, but I think there's maybe someone else out there you might want to look at.
Running back wise,
Running back, yeah.
Snell Jr. Huh?
I like Snell. Here, I'll go ahead and show you without giving it away.
Let's see your
All right,
seat.
see, I like Snell. Like, these guys are gone. I like Snell, and I like Bryce Love. I'm a Bryce Love fan. But see, he took your guy though. He took the Leonard Fournette backup, Bruce. Whoever.
Oh, Bruce did take
He took your dude right there. So.
Oh, he did take mine.
And there's been a lot of talk about these dudes in Cincinnati. I don't know Rodney Anderson or Trayvon Williams, but if it was up to me, I'd be looking at a Snell or a
I think
Snell or
is my next pick.
That'd be a good one. Backing up James Conner.
That's it.
So.
All right, we're gonna take a break, and I'm gonna go make my pick.
All right, put it on the board. Solid pick.
Bruce took my guy. He took my backup. No, Bruce.
He's good at that.
And so Brandon's gonna make his pick. His guy, Raquel Armstead, was taken, but I think he's gonna go with Benny Snell, is what he was saying. There we go. Solid pick. Solid pick. Yeah, I think that was a solid pick. You know, you don't really know what James Conner's gonna do. He had the 1 year last year, of course, but like I said, that's 1 year. I believe I saw him. Yeah, I think he's at the bottom. Sternberger, tight end for Green Bay. That's another solid one.
That is a good pick.
I like that pick. New offensive system. Still got Aaron Rodgers.
Singletary? I got to catch up with my...
Yeah, he got taken.
We need to scroll up and down on this sheet so I can catch up. Was Kelvin Harmon?
No, he's still available. And I think that's a
strong pick.
I'm high on him.
I am too. I wish I'd known.
Oh, he's getting taken right now. Ed is taking him, it looks like.
Ed, what are you doing? Go running back.
That was a solid pick. I like me some Kelvin Harmon. That's actually who I took. In my draft I just did, I took Sternberger, Campbell, and Harmon. So, I like what's going on. It's kind of, you see all these drafts, everybody has different values of people, and
they do. It is.
Everybody's, and every league's different.
It's great. So. Everybody has their own opinion.
Yep. Yeah, so it's just like, that's why I don't really go off ADP,
Right. You can't.
Yeah.
You gotta
I just do what I want to do.
You got to value the player and the system they're in. Is the way I go about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Wanted to jump back in real quick. I had to go get a couple of beers cooking. We got a couple of other folks out here. We got Art Mixers. They do some, basically, it's customized glasses, which is perfect out here for a brewery. They'll come out to your place and make customized glasses. They're making them specifically out here for their draft. I'm going to hold that card up, and I'm going to walk it up in a second. But that is Art Mixers. And then we've also got PCS Crawfish. They are a live event. They do on-site catering for crawfish and other good stuff, man. I had some of the boudin, and that crawfish is good. I'm going to walk those cards up real quick just so y'all can see them. I'll hold them up. But they're out here at the Twisted Acre, man. There's some good grub, and I love the glasses arts, too, man. Those rock. Hold on one second. I'm going to bring the cards to the camera.
Here. That storm could be here any minute, it seems like.
Yeah, it does look like it's coming, right?
Yeah, it's like I felt a little change in the temperature a little bit. I'm like, oh, hell no. Yeah, I don't know who else you're missing over there. Oh, hell. Which one is it?
That's the honey IPA.
Oh, yeah, that one's delicious.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I don't think I've had that one.
The honey?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tasted the honey in the butter.
The butt cream or whatever.
Yeah, buttercream, yeah.
The
Butterscotch.
Yeah, that one's good as well.
It is good.
Oh, Bryce Love. I like that one.
Oh, I like that beer, man.
Yeah,
That is good. That is smooth.
I found out not many cold beers aren't good. That's what I found so far.
There's a lot of beers I won't kick out of bed.
Yeah.
I doubt
I
won't fight those
don't
much.
drink whenever I'm doing like competition stuff, like for money.
Yeah, that's it.
And since I had the 3rd round pick, I was like, well, I can go ahead and drink today.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and slam me a couple of these.
I was gonna say I like showing up to cornhole like I'm drunk, and then when they're like, "All right, now it's for money," all of a sudden I can hit the cornhole every time after that. Like, what the hell happened? I sobered up.
Yeah. Or they think you're drinking when you're drinking out of like a Yeti cup or something like that. And It's like, it's just been water, bro. Joke's on you.
Drew Lock coming off the board, huh? Okay.
I
like Drew. I do
Drew
too.
Lock.
I'm just some of those. I mean, I like Drew Lock.
He's gonna get the city year behind your boy Flacco.
Yeah, well, don't say my boy Flacco.
Well, you're the Ravens fan.
No. I
got Flacco on my team.
He'll be solid, but you got Luck as your
I
main.
have Luck, so that's my main man.
And Garoppolo.
Well, I apologize. I traded Derek Carr. I have as a quarterback as well.
Okay.
So I had 4 quarterbacks going into it.
Right.
I traded Derek Carr for Jarvis Landry this year.
Okay.
That's a.
But I do have Odell Beckham. But I think the Cleveland Browns this year are going to be tough.
They are
real tough.
The only question I have there is it too much talent for one team?
Well, that's the thing.
Yep.
I think they're going to have too much talent.
That's the only hiccup I have. And now, granted, they say you can't have that, but when you have a team full of stars, you don't have any team players.
And with Beckham being a star, Jarvis Landry being well as himself, and having Chubb and Kareem Hunt, it's going to be tough to who wants the ball.
You talk to Beckham, and he's the only star over there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how's he going to feel if he's not getting the ball all the time? Like, is he going to throw a fit and fight the kicking net again?
My thing is, and I'm going to try to trade Landry because I think it is going to be a ticking time bomb before someone gets upset.
Yep. They're spending the money. It's good to see the Browns do it, finally make some moves, and they are signing some good things. I mean, but you look at Kareem Hunt, they got him for a cool mill, which is a steal.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, and that's where they were talking about Tyreek Hill. If they drop him, the Browns are just going to sign him.
Will's team could use Landry.
Yep.
That'd be a good.
I was just looking at that a second ago.
Yeah, he's kind of weak at the old wide receiver position. Will's team, he has Deshaun Watson and Will Fuller, but if you look, he don't really have. I mean, Will Fuller gets injured. And then after that, Kenny Stills like, are those guys you want to rely on?
No, he needs some receivers.
That's what
and I'm trying to. I'm going to use the advantage. I think next year's draft is going to be strong so that's where I'm going to use my picks to try to go.
Right. Yeah.
Next year.
That's what I love about Dynasty. You get your assets. See, I never mortgage my future for the present. Yep. Like I acquire assets and I make trades, but I'm never giving up everything and not be competitive next year.
Yeah, I like to try to keep my rookie picks within that rookie, or I guess the draft picks and the rookies within the same year.
Correct.
And veterans for veterans. I like to. It's hard once you start mixing them up because it's.
Well, I'd rather have a proven player than a draft pick.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, a lot of times I'll stick with the middle, like the middle of the road player, as opposed to going for a rookie. But it's always an evolution. That's the unique.
It's tough.
Yep, that's the unique characteristic of Dynasty is it's always evolving, it's always changing. You never know, if a player's going to work out or not.
Now we got Garoppolo up in front of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't trust him.
After last year, that ACL.
Injury prone, never had a full season.
Yeah,
he might be the guy that, since you got Luck and stuff, Garoppolo comes out hot. That's some trade bait for you right there.
It is. That's and having Flacco as a second, and I know Flacco will be the last year for him.
Yeah, he's got it. Yeah,
sometime this season, I would believe.
Oh yeah,
but I am trying to go after Garoppolo, get rid of him, and get a quarterback or something.
And being like that one quarterback league, you don't need two top of the line stud. You get your one solid guy, and
I would take a early draft pick over having, if a Luck got hurt, I'd rather have an early draft pick and take my chances.
That's how I am.
I didn't see where has Justice Hill came off the.
Yeah, he went in. I think the second round. I think he's at the bottom of it.
Is he okay? I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I knew he'd been drafted, but I just didn't know where.
Oh, I mean, that's a solid.
Well, I saw Gus Edwards on Bruce's team, and I was like, man, that's a tough call because Gus can be a high production player, man.
Yeah, I got to catch up with myself on.
Yeah, that's fine. I realize I don't drink enough. I got to start drinking more, man. I got to build up my tolerance. But I mean,
these are strong beers. You have a couple of them on an empty stomach. You might be walking around on a buzz.
We went to Snooze this morning. We took the warden to Snooze for her Mother's Day breakfast. It was busy, but God, that place is so good, man. I love the fact that breakfast food is returned as the king.
I've never been there.
To Snooze?
Yeah, to Snooze.
You need to take your warden.
I definitely will. Once we get...
Actually, no, she's a guard.
When we get the baby settled in a little bit more.
You had a baby?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did anyone take Daniel Jones yet?
No, I haven't seen him taken. I'm pretty sure. I think Kyler Murray's been and Drew Lock. I think are the only two quarterbacks I've seen taken.
I saw Dwayne Haskins.
Oh yeah, Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, he was the other one.
Yeah, Dwayne Haskins as well. So
Me,
I think.
Actually, hold on.
What? Where are you going? And you're coming up next, huh?
I'm coming up next.
Who are you targeting? What are you? Well, let's see here.
I haven't been keeping up with it, to be honest with you. So, to be honest, I might take Daniel Jones just to have me a quarterback.
I mean, if you're Eli's still going to be the starter, but if you're you're set up to where you can let him develop for a year or two.
Right.
Do y'all have a flex or a practice, or y'all have a practice squad or a taxi squad or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay.
We only have one reserve. It's injured reserve.
Oh, okay.
But
That'll change over the next couple of years.
what was
As you guys realize, you're having to start dropping some of your rookies. Well, I say that. That's how we did. We started out, and then we started having a taxi squad where we could roll over a player or two, and it didn't count against our roster.
But my thoughts are I'm trying to get rid of Garoppolo, so I'd rather just have Daniel Jones as a fill-in if I had to.
Right. Yeah, I think their GM said Daniel Jones could start from day one. That's how high they are on him.
They are very high.
He's going to overtake Eli. Eli's been needing to be replaced for like 3 years. I mean, it's
if not longer.
Yeah, that's being nice.
They had the monster. They had the monster draft last year. Well, I mean, he had that year where him and Odell hooked up, and they were animals.
And that's my pick. That's
gonna be your
one
pick.
on my board.
All right, Daniel Jones. Brandon's gonna take
The
Daniel Jones.
The Daniel Jones.
The Daniel Jones out of Duke University. That's a solid pick. Because, I mean, these later rounds, you're just trying to build depth, and hopefully they develop.
Yeah, some of these, see, theirs is a 4-round. I mean, you're really looking to see if you can, like you said, build depth for one. But two, you also want to start to get those players you think are going to develop into solid studs in the future. Daniel Jones is one of those ones that could develop. He's going to overtake that role, and I think he's a good quarterback. The only thing that hurt the Giants is I hated seeing Odell leave before Daniel Jones had the chance to take the reins.
Right.
Because I felt like those two hooking up could have been something awesome.
Yeah, that's true. But, I mean, Sterling Shepard, they still got Evan Ingram at tight end, and Saquon Barkley. So, I mean, it's not like he's...
Golden Tate. Y'all mentioned Golden Tate.
Golden Tate.
He's over there now. And
that actually might work out good, too. I am not a fan of... To me, it's... Well, they say... Even in the corporate world, for example, you have a high-producing guy. If he's a cancer to the office, it doesn't matter how much money he produces. He's creating a problem and morale for 50 other people. That's the same thing in the locker room. Odell is a cancer in the locker room. That's a lot of egos in one locker room, man. That's a lot of egos, man. You got Odell,
and I'd
Kareem.
say, but he's my player.
Yeah, well, no, and that's okay. Well, and that's where I mean.
But it is true.
It is.
But you look at Indianapolis, like they aren't going to take any players like that.
No.
You know? So, they're about a team. It's all about the team.
Myles Gaskin coming off.
Solid draft.
Yeah, I mean, you see, you got Kenyon Drake over there in Miami as well. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts. But like you said, a lot of these players will step into that handcuff role and take it for a third down or take it.
They still got Ballage over there in Miami as well. Ballage, or however you want to pronounce it.
Yeah, and but you never know. I mean, look at Rojo. Rojo's starting to step up a little bit. There's good things coming out of him, but you never know what these players are going to do. And I mean, you feel that you spend this first or second round on a player, man. You expect him to start producing, and that's from a NFL standpoint. From a dynasty standpoint, if you pick them in your first top 5 picks, they better be producing within the first 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, especially
Because if not, you should have traded. If that's who you want, you need to trade that pick back, and then pick him up in later. But
Greg got stuck in Cabo.
Oh, that's the worst, huh? Getting stuck in Cabo.
So it was the daughter's 21st birthday.
Oh,
went over
that's
there and had a
nice.
good time and missed the draft.
I think I'd miss my draft for Cabo.
I would too.
You guys aren't dedicated.
Well, as long as I wasn't paying.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard that.
That's it, man. There's a lot. I mean, well, there was that one draft. We were on vacation going to Florida, and I made my picks from the road.
Yeah,
You know how
I remember that.
I mean, I was like, man, I expect the same kind of level of dedication. We have a rule that if you can't make it and you can't call in, you better have your top 50 picks in.
Yeah.
You know, and then we're just going to draft off
Go
your
from
order.
there.
Yep.
So how many leagues do y'all play in?
I think I'm doing 5 this year.
Oh,
Which is
man.
higher than what I normally do. Normally I focus on 2 or 3.
Yeah, I think I
but
have
I'm
5
doing
dynasty.
Yeah, I'm doing 2 or 3 dynasties, and I'm doing 2 redrafts. I always like to do a redraft to let me know what I appreciate
Yeah,
what I appreciate about
exactly.
dynasty, because when you go to a redraft, the thought process almost isn't there. It's just I'm just taking what I can and who's going to last.
Yeah, I do.
used to do one a year, and you know we do $100 entry fees for all 3.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I only want to do one because, you know, it just gets so much.
Yeah, it does.
It's so much fun to do it and
Yeah.
see what you have. But and on my drafts, I try to stick with kind of the same people that I have.
Right.
If
So it's easy.
possible.
Yeah. It's easier to manage because
It
okay,
is.
you know which player.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, I know Derrick Henry. You know, he got 15 points on 3 of my teams this week. It's like, okay, yeah. Oh, I forgot. It's better than. Oh shit, I forgot I had Tyler Lockett. Yeah.
And then when you're watching it, you know, you don't have so many people competing against
Right,
each other.
yeah.
So
That's where, you know, me and my dad had the conversation because he's he loves Houston teams and all that, and he's like, I just don't understand fantasy. I was like, well, Dad, the biggest thing is fantasy makes every game interesting.
it does.
As opposed to me just following the Texans or following, you know, Baltimore or San Francisco, whatever the team of choice is. It makes it where the St. Louis Oakland game makes a difference. You know.
You know, I'm a Houston fan, but whenever Indianapolis took Campbell and all these, I was like excited.
Yep.
Even though it hurts our conference.
Yeah,
it does.
Like,
Yeah, I was like, shit.
Yeah.
Whenever I saw I was like, damn it.
Yep.
it helps me in Dynasty, but it sure does hurt.
Yep.
Well, if you think about even the Titans taking A.J. Brown, you're watching our division
yeah.
just get better. And
Yeah.
it's like,
Division. And then when they took Tyler, whatever his name was, it's like, you know, I got faith in Ryan Gaines and all, but you know they don't even have film on this guy.
Right. Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, like you said, Indy is back to being competition.
they are.
We had
It's gonna be
a
tough.
very short period where we were able to excel in that. Tennessee, they're not quite there yet. That's going to take a year or 2, but they're still relative competition. Jacksonville could be in the mix if they wanted to be.
You know, I think
mean,
we
they-
have the toughest division.
Well, it's a part of it. I mean, honestly, what we did until Cleveland started making their moves.
Well, exactly.
When I think when Cleveland started doing theirs, because Pittsburgh and Baltimore, it looked like they were going to start falling off, and then they started making moves.
They
and,
did.
But to me, I put it as where it's even across the board, where you never know. With the AFC South where we're at, you never know what it's going to happen.
True.
I mean, you got Tennessee because we got Derrick Henry. Him stepping up his game
I
is
think he's off and on.
he can be. That's why I dropped him.
It's either be a good game
Yep.
or a bad game.
I mean, people gave me so much crap about dropping. I was like, I couldn't. He was costing me too much,
Yeah.
you know. And I dropped him, and I can't remember what it was. Actually, I picked him up. I think I picked up Duke Johnson that week, and Duke Johnson had a good week, I believe,
Yeah.
that week, and it seemed like it was okay. And then, like I said, I mean, but in Dynasty, you hang on to somebody too long, and it costs you.
It does. It
Yep.
does. You know, I'd stay with Henry, but
Which I don't blame you. I don't.
But my running backs were Derrick Henry and Jay Ajayi. I did have Isaiah Crowell, which he's done.
He is Mr. 8 points.
Yes.
He will
That's
get you
it.
8
It's
points a
just
week
it.
till the day he dies.
But so that's why I kind of had to look and get rid of my first, second round,
Yeah.
just to pick up some running backs. even though I had to give up Julio, I hated that because
Julio
he's gonna be strong.
Yeah,
for the next couple years.
That takes
PPR
a big
league for sure. Julio's the man.
That takes a big man to be able to cash that in to fill in spots that you know you're weak.
It is hard.
It is. That's a tough decision, man. I mean, that's a top rated.
And granted, I didn't come out. I think I came out on top just a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think it was pretty even trade.
There's still some unknowns there, yeah. But I think for the most part, I think it is pretty even. And again, but you filled in a lot of spots. He filled in one, and with two potentials that may or may not work out. Leonard Fournette's going to get the start.
Leonard Fournette, and he's the biggest back. He's going to get touches.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if he stays healthy,
he's going to get the opportunity. Yep. He's going to get the opportunities. Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb, they may pass it off for a little while, but they're both going to eat.
They are.
I mean, they're both going to feed.
My thinking on that was, his rookie contract's coming up.
Yeah.
In the next couple of years, and he'll either be traded because he's a strong back.
Yeah, he is.
And so he's going to be strong somewhere. And so having him as a role player, I think he's going to be strong. I mean,
there's very little risk there. I mean, for the team for the Browns, it cost them $1 million in a roster spot. Basically it cost them a roster spot. Is all it really cost them. So I mean, there's very little gambling there. I think that's going to be I think they're going to be productive all around.
My biggest players were Fournette and O.J. Howard. I think O.J. Howard will be pretty good.
Yeah, I think so
really
too.
Good.
O.J. Howard, there's a lot of upswing for him. Man.
I'm not strong on his quarterback, Winston, but being young, I think he will be.
Winston there's a lot of questions over there, and that's where I was hoping, with Winston being questionable, that Ronald Jones would start to take over that role over there, but it just hadn't happened yet. But I think it's going to start to progress, get more and more in that direction.
Correct.
I say, Clay, have you been out of the conversation for a while? What you been doing?
No, I'm just looking at.
He's just sipping the beer.
Yeah, no, I'm just evaluating teams and looking at them. I was looking at Ed over here. I took Paris Campbell and Kelvin Harmon, and those are two receivers I'm strong on. But then I look at his team, and he's already got DeAndre Hopkins, Mike Evans, Corey Davis, Kenny Galladay, Allen Robinson, Chris Godwin, Anthony. The dude loves receivers.
Ed is strong.
Yeah.
And I already told him.
My God.
I told him before, once he drafted even A.J. Brown and Paris Campbell, I told him,
Oh, he got A.J. Brown too?
He got A.J. Brown too.
Shit.
Yeah.
Good luck. I mean, good thing he only played. Well, shit, I guess he could play 6 receivers.
No, who's his running backs?
He's got Sony Michel.
Oh, shit.
Royce Freeman.
I'm a worthless piece of shit.
Jordan Howard. I mean, he's a little weaker at running back, but he's got those pieces at wide receiver. He could go make some moves.
Ed and I, the first year, we were strong at
Receiver.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a passing league now, so I feel like receivers deeper. You can find receivers. Damn, half a beer, Pat, and you fucking spilt it already?
Yeah, that's the name of the game.
That's why I said you don't drink often.
I know, it was
that's
sad.
Why.
It was good beer, and just like out here, man, we've got good crawfish from BCS Crawfish, a live distribution and catering. You can call Lance or Jennifer over there. Good number to reach them is 979-204-5843. You can check them out on Facebook, but that's BCS Crawfish. I'm sure you guys can see right there. We're holding up that card. Zoom in if you can't see it right now. And we also have the art mixers out here as well. Sorry about the beer, man. I know it's a mortal sin. But
he can't handle the alcohol.
Yeah, we've also got the art mixers out here as well. They come out here and they do customized glasses and everything like that. They're great for breweries and great for events. I know they're doing something specific for the Slaughterhouse League, but there's some good information. I'm going to walk those cards up in a second so you can see them. But those are a couple of folks that we have out here and bringing small businesses together and having a great time. I see that gentleman over there walking over with a flight of beer. He does not know how good that beer is going to be and how drunk he's going to be. Good times. But sorry, guys, rolling back into y'all. See y'all looking over some of the teams and some of the.
I was actually going to give Brandon someone to keep an eye on at running back. I don't know if he's on this paper, but he's Atlanta's backup. He's a rookie, Quadri Allison.
Yeah.
Freeman's often injured. They lost Tevin Coleman.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, they have Ito Smith, but
Ito Smith is an animal.
He is, but I think you got to keep
but
someone
you still
to watch.
You still got to look at the backup every time.
I don't know if he's on your list.
Hang on. Who'd you say?
Quadri Allison. He's a running back for Atlanta. He's a pretty big back. And
I wish I would have started marking off a little bit, but Yeah, I will have to look.
Yeah, I'm just someone to keep a watch this season. He might be someone you can pick up on the waiver wire.
I was gonna say, yeah, if you got a watch setting on your Yahoo, I think they do. If you've got a watch setting, he should be on your watch list. I actually agree with you, Clay.
Yeah, I do the Dynasty.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
League is where I get most of my stuff from.
I got you.
in the
There's some.
league.
I was gonna say there's some good ones out there. We hadn't updated ours in a while. We've just been so busy with personal stuff that
It is.
we kept up with our website. We're actually getting ready to close that down for a little while, and maybe revamp it. But yeah, there's some good resources out there, especially actually Twitter. Believe it or not,
Yeah.
Twitter is a great place for a lot of people to come in and communicate. We weren't really big into Twitter but this last year and a half,
Yep.
we've
I
picked
need
it
to
up.
get into Twitter because I'm not a big tech guy.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do need to get on. and see
Yeah,
what's going
Twitter, man, I'll tell you what, you get on Twitter and you follow us, and it's not just our content, but we have a few people that they put out content that we share, and you'll find people, to help you out.
Yeah, we've got
Hell, I use it.
I was gonna say we've got a network of I don't know how many hundreds of different different writers and different analyzers and different people that break down players and all that. It's really a cool way to do things too.
It is. I appreciate you guys coming out.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
It's been fun, and
That's our goal, man. Is we try to add to it. We try to add to the ambiance of the draft.
Yeah, we love coming out here.
Yeah.
It's our, third or fourth time
Yeah.
here. We came
Robert
before
was
they
good,
opened.
So
Yeah,
so it's been. And
oh man, they've been great to us.
I'm gonna get on as the user, and
yeah,
join this. And,
yeah, good deal, man.
Appreciate y'all doing that.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we try, like I said, we try to add to the ambiance of the drafts too. Is just having someone there breaking down decisions. Y'all's draft went so fast.
Like,
It did.
so fast.
That's like scary fast.
But I'm gonna get on there to where I can get opinions and
Yeah.
what to do and
Absolutely. When during fantasy season too, we do a lot of sit 'em stardoms. Where
That's good.
every
That's
time we have a big breakdown, we do something like what we're doing right now. We have a big breakdown of what we plan on doing for the show, and then we start doing it. And then the first question comes in, and then we spend the next hour and a half answering questions, which is great.
Yeah,
Good.
and
We
the
love
more opinions it helps.
Yeah, we love it. I mean, we
Yeah.
do.
Wednesday evenings from 8 to 10 p.m. is our fantasy show on the
Tune in.
TuneIn app, which is kind of like iHeart. It's a free app. We do radio. It's internet radio, 8 to 10 p.m. We do a lot of. We take questions from listeners and all that as well. Trades,
Yep.
draft talk, all that good stuff. So if you ever, it's a free download. It's free. So if you ever want to just hop onto the TuneIn app from 8 to 10, look for KTXF, the real. And
Sweet.
We've said that a time or two, huh?
Now, let me get y'all's opinions on what do y'all think the league's gonna do this year.
The what? I'm sorry.
The league, with y'all's opinions on who will place where.
oh man,
that's
that's tough.
It
'cause
is. Now I'll tell you, Ed and Greg have a tough team.
Yeah,
Robert has a stacked team at running backs.
right. I mean, yeah, I
They
think
came out strong last year.
Yeah, I see a lot of these teams are actually real solid. I can see, I think it's all going to be close, but I can see a lot of people competing.
Yep.
You just depend.
Let me put my 2 cents in,
Yeah. Come on.
and I hope they come on and listen. But Doyle and my brother,
Okay.
that's Bruce Nance. They're weak.
Hey, if they don't get on, that's their fault.
Shots
exactly.
fired.
Yeah.
It is. So.
Hey.
But
Holster those finger
you know,
pistols.
anything can happen.
Oh, yeah.
A
I
few
mean-
injuries, and next thing you know, it's
Exactly.
a different ball game.
So.
Well, and you never know. I mean, there could be an offense that, you take a player that didn't do much last year, and then they completely change the lineup a little bit. Next thing you know, now this running back's got 1,200 yards and 700 receiving. It's like,
It
good
is.
God.
I tell you what, it's who you have as backups for injuries and things like that.
Oh yeah, yep.
Depth is
so
important.
Depth is very important.
That's probably why Ed over here has 100 receivers.
Yeah, I can't blame him. Yeah.
He's just waiting for someone to go down.
Next man up.
Ed is very strong, and I'm going after Paris Campbell though.
Yeah.
That's
Do
a
it.
Going after
man.
Paris
I,
Campbell.
I can't blame you.
So
Yeah, I can't blame you.
With T.Y. Hilton getting older. and
Oh yeah,
Yep.
and you have Ty.
I I had 2 Y.
I see
but
that.
I like to pair up my receivers
I
and
do too.
quarterbacks.
I do too. I've got Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett.
There you
I'm
go.
the same. You're able to
Tyler
double
Lockett
down.
had a strong year last year.
Well, in our league we do punt and return yards.
Yep.
So that's originally why I got him, and he was
return
getting me 17 plus a week. I was like, well, hell, I'll keep him in if he picks up 30, 40 yards. I mean, that's a few
strong.
points, and I decided to keep him that way.
This strong.
Yeah. What a good deal.
Well, guys, I had a great
Absolutely.
time.
Hey,
I'm
man.
Get a beer
Hey, absolutely. Thanks again for coming on and shaking your hand
you.
on camera.
Thanks for jumping in.
Thank you.
You're listening to Dynasty Wise Sports, man. We were here at the Slaughterhouse draft here at Twisted Acre. We're starting to get packed up. Looks like it's getting ready to come down. Y'all can see the darkness rising.
It's about to shit pour all over us.
So I believe we're getting ready to shut it down. I, of course, am Dynasty Wise Padu.
And I'm Dynasty Wise Clay.
We had a great time at the draft. If you were interested in for us to come out your draft, this one went a lot quicker than what we're typically used to. But typically it goes a little bit slower, and we're able to get more players on and kind of analyze teams and all that. But we'd love to come out to your event and your draft, especially if you're getting ready. Give us a shout. You can hit us up on our Dynasty Wise Facebook.
Or Twitter at DynastyWise_LLC.
That's a great way to go, too. And you can also catch us pretty much Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 on KTXF. The TuneIn app, The Real. Hey, bro. Be good, man. Good luck. Good luck this year, guys. Of course, I'm not just shaking some hands. This is Dynasty Wise out.
Their trophy's badass.
Yep.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
You can keep talking. I'm going to shut off the camera.
Okay, shut it off. Oh, yeah, here comes some raindrops. And we are out. Much love, my peeps. Much love.